The news breaking on Republic at this hour. The big negligence in the Chandigarh stalking case. Yes, it involves the son of a senior Haryana BJP leader, Subhash Barala, who is the chief of the Haryana BJP. And this is a cover-up that we are exposing. Yes, the police are now telling us that the CCTV cameras installed at various routes are dysfunctional. And that's why there is no footage of that stalking incident. Remember, 2 days ago, the daughter, the 29-year-old daughter of an IAS officer, of a senior IAS officer, was traveling in Chandigarh. And she was stalked by two accused. One of them was the son of Subhash Barala, who is the chief of the Haryana BJP. And remember, there was an attempt to kidnap her as well. And the entire ordeal went on for 29 long minutes. The woman has been brave enough to lodge a complaint, come out and speak to the press so that the accused are exposed. But now we're learning that visual proof of the entire incident may be missing because the police have put their hands up and they're saying that there is no CCTV footage available. The cameras were not working. Imagine if that incident had been much worse. Where would the police have been left at that point? Big questions there for the Punjab and Haryana government and the state police as well. The BJP, we can tell you, has sought a report on this entire matter. They want an explanation from the Haryana BJP chief, and there are calls for his resignation as well. The accused were booked for wrongful restraint and stalking but were let off on bail. And this is something that has created national outrage. Even the victim wanted them to be booked for attempt to kidnapping, which is non-bailable and a more stringent section of the Indian Penal Code. Let's try and listen in to the 29-year-old victim first.
Basically, I noticed like half a minute or a minute after they started coming behind me, and they just parked parallel to my car. And then they kept driving next to my car and kept trying to block me. So there was one moment where they blocked the road in front of my car. I tried to turn and they blocked the road, and the guy got out of the car and started walking towards me. So that was when I reversed, and that was when I had like half a minute to call the police, because I knew that if I don't do it now, then they'll come back and I have to spend all my energy just maneuvering the car. I won't have time to actually make a call. So while I was getting away from them and they were reversing and again coming after me, I called the cops. And I don't, how I got the idea is just they taught us in school, right? Like, since we were kids, this is what they've taught us. If you're in a problem, you call the cops and you call 100 number. And especially with Chandigarh police, because anywhere you go, Chandigarh police is the only one in the entire country who offers women rides home. Like, they offer to drop women home if they don't have someone to drop them. So Chandigarh police has been really proactive about women's safety. So of course, the logical thing to do is call the cops. Like, that was my first thought was that it's not like my father can come all the way from Panchkula and, save me in time. Tab tak to anything could happen. So I called the cops and they responded really well. I told them I can't stop. I'm going to keep driving towards my house. And they told me help would meet me on the way.
Ma'am, if we will try to understand how much time they chased you and what was their temperament, how did you notice that they were chasing you for some wrong things and they were following you? So how did you change your road at that time? So how did you act actually after observing their behavior?
So basically, I just saw in my rearview mirror that a car behind me was coming really fast. So, I moved to the side and slowed down so I could let the car cross. But instead of crossing, when they got next to me, they just stopped and then started moving with me. So I turned and their car turned with me, and then they kept swerving into my car, trying to scare me into stopping, pretending that they'll hit my car. And I was in a sedan, they were in an SUV, so they had the bigger car. If they had hit me, I would not have been able to get away or do anything about it. So my entire energy was focused on not letting them touch my car and just getting away from there. And I could see, they were smiling. Every time I looked there, they looked really happy to be doing this. And obviously, I got freaked out because I'm a girl alone, and I didn't know at that point how many guys were in the car. I could see 2, there could have been 4 or 5. So my only intention was to get away from them.
All right, so there you've heard the very brave 29-year-old coming out, recounting her ordeal, and she also showed presence of mind with the manner she called the police. Let's also go across to Gurpreet at this point. Gurpreet, this is absolutely shocking. Sources in the government telling you that the cameras were not working. Have they generally not been working over the last few weeks, or did they stop working after this incident?
We had a word with so many administration officials since morning, and we are trying to find out the reason why the police is taking this plea, because since first day, the police investigation is under scanner because influential person is involved, and it appears that police investigation is going under political pressure. So we had a word with so many administration officials that there are contradictions. They said that we are serving notices to some of the people who had installed cameras on the CCTV on various light points. So now it has taken another thing in the investigation, that because this CCTV camera footage is a crucial evidence in the case, because in such cases like rape, molestations,
right,
there is no eyewitness. But these are the technical evidence which can strengthen the investigation, and it appears that there's another cover-up by the police, because how can it possible 9 CCTV cameras installed where the victim had gone, and all the 9 cameras are not functional on the same day? So it has already put a question mark over the police investigation.
Very shocking. 9 cameras on the route not working. You know, Gurpreet, another quick question that we want to put to you. Tell us, why is the police not putting the section of attempting to kidnap this 29-year-old girl? Because as the victim has recounted in her complaint, there was an attempt by the accused to step out of his car or his SUV, go up to her car and try to open it.
Yes, this is very shocking from the police side, because in this FIR, if we can go through the content of the FIR, we can easily understand how many times she was stopped. It's not a normal case, because she was stopped multiple times. She was stopped by a youngster, and they had approached. One of the youngsters, he came out of the car and he approached the woman. So what he was coming to tell the victim at that time, it is understood they were trying to do something wrong. And in this case, now the police are taking one plea that they are trying to take legal opinion. I think it's the best solution for the police to postpone, to give the answer to the media queries, that they are trying to take legal opinion. Whereas from the complaint, from the content, it is very clear. In the first line of the complaint, she has mentioned attempt to kidnap. Why this section is missing? And all the sections are only available because this is not, in so many cases we have seen the police amended the actions on the basis of the circumstances. And in this case, the police ignored all the circumstances.
Right.
She was chased more than 20 minutes, and 20 minutes is more than enough for crime. And she told me yesterday, Republic talked first, and she told me that thank God she had saved her life because she applied mine. She called 100 number, and because of that, she was able to get help. And now the police is going very slow. The investigation pace is very slow. This is the third day of the investigation, and now
Absolutely.
if you ask any senior officer, he has the same set of answer that we are trying to take a legal opinion. I don't understand.
All right, you know, Gurpreet, tell me,
And
what is the BJP doing about this case? Isn't this a fit case for demanding Mr. Subhash Barala's resignation, because his son has not acted how a politician or an elected representative's son should be acting? This is completely against the law, and this confidence was really coming from somewhere. This was brazen confidence because he knew that he's the son of a Neta. He can get away. An example needs to be set here. Tell us, where is his son right now, who's an accused in this case? And is the police planning to take any further action, question him once again, or do they consider the matter closed because the bail has happened and this case will now go on in the trial courts for we don't know how long?
yes, it is very embarrassing for the state, because this state is running Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao campaign. So from the Haryana government, even they did not recommend or they did not ask the local administration to go for the fast-track trial, because it is a very important case. The victim is very important because she had taken up a stand against politically influential people. So they did not even ask, because Home Secretary is from Haryana cadre. They can ask for the investigation. They can ask the investigation agency to carry forward investigation as early as possible. So I think resignation, the opposition is already demanding resignation, and I think it's the case where the Haryana government can set an example by giving resignation, because this was involved, his son was involved, and the same state is running this Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao campaign.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Nilanshu, for joining us. This is a story that has evoked a lot of reactions, and the saddest part is when this victim says that I was able to press the police for action because I'm the daughter of an IAS officer. What would happen if I was the daughter of a common man? Would I really get justice? Now, this is a question that should really rattle our political class. Let's get you all the reactions on this big story here on Republic.
I think the person concerned that BJP president must quit on his own, or the party should ask him to resign till his son comes clear.
This is the way BJP people are running their government. They have different law for BJP leadership, for the families of BJP leadership, and there is no law for the people who are running this government.
ऐसे लोगों के खिलाफ, चाहे वो किसी का बेटा हो, किसी की बेटी हो, किसी का पोता पोती, रिलेशनशिप जो है इसके बीच में सख्त कानून के बीच में नहीं आना।
Well, it is a well-known fact that in many parts of this country, the harassment, stalking, cases of rape, and also all kind of attack on dignity of women has been increasing multifold in the past few years. There have been cases which have been even worse than the Nirbhaya case, which we have seen and have come to light in the public domain. Therefore, I think it was important for the party in power at the center and as well as in the state to also give a strong message that if there is somebody within their party ranks and if he's caught in a case where dignity of women has been challenged and that women, the police has registered a case against that person,